suddenly there's life back in the old La Liga season as Atletico drop more points and Real close to within 3. Is there any hope for Barcelona? We'll take a little look next. Prediction show today. We'll take a look at match number 25 out in La Liga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, and smash the old subscribe. Keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, La Liga related, World Football related. We're going to here under one Ruski. That's right. What the bloody hell's going on in La Liga? Atletico Madrid having an absolute shit show. And of course, Barcelona is still dropping more points. We'll talk all about that in a minute. I want a big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are, our VIP Banda brothers and sisters. I do appreciate the support. If anyone else wants to join those illustrious band of brothers and become the latest member of my family, check out the link down below. We're on to 25 right now. We'd love to get up to 30 as quick as possible. But anyway, kicking on forward, let's have a little look at my picks, then your pick, and then of course we'll take a look at the new picks. Here we go. Kick it all off, of course, way back on Friday the 19th of February. It was a 1-0 win for Betis. Borja Iglesias on the score sheet. William Carvalho got himself sent off against Getafe. 2-1 for me. Not too shabby. Moved the chains for Real Betis. Of course, Elche against Eibar. That was a 1-0 win for Elche. Another big win for them as well. As their season tries to kick into gear. Big win, of course. That was on Saturday the 20th of Feb. Danny Calvo on the score sheet, giving them the W. 0-0 for me. Not good enough. Of course, Atletico Madrid, what do they do? And they lose this one. 2-0 for Levante. Mario Hermoso with the big fat OG. Jorge De Fotos as well. They also lost in the Champions League. Not good enough for them. Actually, went with a 3-0 win. I thought they would turn on the flare, but unfortunately, no. Valencia got themselves a big win over Celta bloody Vigo. Manuel Vejo and Kevin Garminho on the score sheet for Valencia. Ruben Blanco got himself sent off for Celta Vigo, which did make things a little easier. And those two goals coming in the 94th and 98th minute. Wow. Of course, actually went with a 1-1 draw. Valladolid against Real Madrid. Of course, 1-0 win for Madrid. Of course, giving themselves some help. Casemiro on the score sheet for Real Madrid. Giving them the W. Actually went with a 2-1 win. Not too shabby. Barcelona. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Messi, of course, on the score sheet for the penalty spot. Alex Fernandez equalises, giving Cádiz unbeaten against Barcelona this season. That's the stat right there. Sociedad got back to winning ways with a 4-0 win of Deportivo Alavés. Alexander Isak with the hat-trick. Porto as well on the goal score sheet as they came out on top of the 4-0 win. My boys still have life in the tank. Of course, Huesca against Granada. And there was a 5-goal thriller here. 3-2 win for Huesca. Dani Arishki, Jorge Peludo and Dimitri Fulco with a big for OG. Dominicos Quina Abotostoriudo on score sheet for Granada. Jermaine Sanchez got himself sent off for Granada. Of course, what did I go with that one? 1-0 win for Granada. Shame on me. Bilbao against Villarreal. Good evening. And there was a 1-0 win. Gerard Mourinho on the score sheet. Alex Berenga on the score sheet for Bilbao as they shared the spoils on that badger. Kicking on forward though. Onto Monday Night Football. What do we have on this one then? 2-2, so not too shabby. Osasuna against Sevilla was a 2-0 win for Sevilla. Diego Carlos and Luke de Jong on the score sheet, giving them the W on this one. Actually went with a 2-0 win, got that one bang on the nose. And of course, Barcelona did bounce back with a 3-0 win over Elche. Got myself a 2-0 win on myself. Messi with the brace. Jordi Alba as well. Of course, what she said, what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6 for me. What about you guys then? Let's take a look at how you all got on then, shall we? This is the table though, as you look at it. Look at it, 3 points, that's all it is, but they do have a game in hand, so it might be too far gone. But of course, Barcelona, they're not too far away either. 5 points adrift of the top spot. Sevilla also keeping in with a touching distance of the top 2. Sociedad into 5th, they're long way out of it. Of course, Villarreal also trying to keep up the heat with Sociedad. And I thought Huesca, Elche, Valladolid going down as it stands. Take a look at your picks. 0 to 3, you're in the shit. 4 to 7, you're with me. 8 to plus, you're on your bloody own. Of course, Shepherd, well done to you, brother. Absolutely fantastic. Barcelona also did good. Alex Miller did bits. Hansworth did okay. Costas K, he's okay. Shane O'Donnell also did fabulous. Jacob Nengare, he's okay. Alan MC, you know me. I said Alan MC, you know me. Did good. Well done, of course. Patreon, much love. Of course, Vincent Song did bits. Matt Gunner did okay. And Yanni Buster did bits. Russell Frost, absolutely fabuloso. Well done to you, brother. Sami Adu did okay. Tom Steiner, well done. Mohammed Arasajaji also did great. Drizzy got Isaac, not too shabby. Gaming Charlie did bits. Omar Escoville, well done to you, of course. Ultra, Omar Muir, also well done, of course. Jonathan Liu, you did not poo, but you did good. JSB CFC, oh, you are great. Omaji Monday did good. Nathan Eva also did very well. And of course, Ivan Stringer did bits as well. Let's take a look at the table. Here we go. Vincent Hong, look at them all. Look at all these guys. Look at if you got 5th, you're shit. That's what it is this week. It was that tight. Impressed by the lot of you, but of course, Costas K, he's okay. And he's wearing the crown right here, right now. What did I get? Did I get 6? I'm in with the best of the rest. Of course, just to kick it off further, let's take a look at the overall leader. What's that done for Costas K? He moved in on the big boys. Of course, the big boy is Amagi Monday, 6 percentage points clear of the rest of the pack. He got himself. Where is he? He got himself. So Costas K did move in on him a little bit, as did the likes of Hans Wurst. Did he do? How did he do? We didn't. He just stayed the same. Stayed the bloody same. Of course, it could all change right here, right now, with the next round of matches. Kick it all off this Friday, I believe. It's Levante against Athletic Bilbao. Of course, the last 6 games between the two sides, 1 win for Levante, 4 wins for Bilbao, and 1 draw last round. In Levante was a 2-1 win for Bilbao, of course, back in July 2020. In lockdown, Raul Garcia with the brace, Enes Bahidi getting a goal as well for Levante. Of course, they played each other this season out in Bilbao. It was a 2-0 win for Bilbao in the league. Of course, they also played each other in the Spanish Cup, which ended up all square. Of course, heading into this batch, of course, Levante undefeated in 10 of the last 11 matches at home. They're looking very good. Bilbao, though, scoring 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 away matches against Levante in all comps. Heading into this, unbeaten in the last 5 games, that's Bilbao. Of course, last time they suffered a defeat was against Barcelona. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Levante. That 1 defeat was against Osasuna at home as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Levante coming at you. Of course, 21-10 for the victory. 11-8 is your Bilbao. 9-4 is the draw. Of course, Levante coming at you, sitting in 8th at the moment. They are flying high, and a win for them. They could close it in on 7th. Bilbao coming at you and in 10th for the moment. But a win for them, they could actually go above Levante into 8th. Gone with the draw on this one, 1-1 in the end. Levante, dark horses for the season. Next, of course, Eibar up against Huesca. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, played to the last 6. 2 wins for Eibar, 3 for Huesca, 1 draw last round. In Eibar was a 2-1 win for Huesca, of course, back in October 2018. Alex Galar with a couple of goals there. Gonzalo Escalante also scored sheet for Eibar. They also played each other this season out. Huesca was a draw back, of course, in November. Huesca fell into win 18 last 19 away matches. Eibar fell into win 11 last 12 matches at home. Coming into this without a win in at least 6 games, that's Eibar. Meanwhile, 2 wins in the past 4 games for Huesca. They are probably in much better form than their hosts on this one. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, 23-20 for Eibar, 5-2 is the away team. Of course, 23-10 is the draw. Huesca are still rooted to the foot of the table, but a win for them. They could actually go all the way up as high as 16th, whereas their opposition Eibar currently find themselves in 17th, and they could end up in the drop zone if they don't get the win themselves. But a win for them, they could go as high as 15th in the league. That's above Getafe as well. Gone with the 1-0 win there for Eibar on this one to break the hoodoo and get another win in the bag. Next, of course, Sevilla against Barcelona. This one's fruity. Of course, played each other the last 6. 1 for Sevilla, 3 for Barcelona, 2 draws last round. In Sevilla was in the Spanish Cup earlier in the season with a 2-0 win for Sevilla. Of course, last time played each other in the league in Sevilla was also a 0-0 draw. In fact, the last 3 games between Sevilla and Barcelona Sevilla have not lost any of them. Of course, they did lose in the Camp Nou last season. Back-to-back. Of course, heading into Sevilla have actually won the last 6 matches in La Liga, whereas Barcelona have actually won the last 6 on the road. Sevilla keeping a clean sheet though in the last 5. Barcelona scoring at least 2 goals in the last 7 out of 8 matches. Of course, heading into this, just 1 defeat past 6 games for Sevilla. There was against Dortmund in a 5-goal thriller there. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 4 games for Barcelona against PSG. Of course, look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Sevilla coming at you 9-4 for the 23-10 is your Barcelona. 13-5 is the draw. Of course, Sevilla in 4th. Barcelona are 3rd. A win for Sevilla in 4th. They could actually go as high as 3rd in the table. A win for Barcelona, they could go 2nd as well. Gone against the grain, I've gone with Sevilla. Yep, I have. Put it right out there for all to see. 2-1 win for Sevilla in the end. Next, of course, Alavés up against Osasuna. Played each other the last 6. Nothing for Alavés, 4 for Osasuna. 2 draws last round. In Alavés, of course, was a 1-0 win for Osasuna back in June 2020. In lockdown, of course, last season. Goal scorer on that day was, of course, Tony Lato. Of course, they played each other this season over in Osasuna. It was a 1-1 draw back in December, of course, on New Year's Day. Osasuna, though, undefeated in their last 6 matches against Alavés in all comps. Heading into this, though, just 1 defeat the past 3 games for Osasuna. That was against Sevilla just the other day. Just 1 win the past 6 games for David Alavés, and that was against Real Valladolid, of course. Look at the biggest odds on this one, of course. Probably going in favour of Osasuna. I would hedge to bet my bets. 7-4 for Alavés, and that 50-8 is your Osasuna. 90-10 is the draw. Of course, Alavés coming at you towards the drop zone. They're in 16th at the moment, but a win for them, they could go as high as 13th. In 13th is Osasuna, but a win for them, they could go as high as Swallow in the old table. That's 12th to you and me. 1-0 win for Alavés to turn the chains, move the chains, whatever you want to call it, and keep on moving on. Next, of course, Getafe up against Valencia. Of course, let's take a look at this one. The show, of course, played to the last 6. 2 for Getafe, 1 for Valencia. 3 draws, of course, last round in Getafe was a 3-0 win as well, brother. Of course, back in February 2020. George Molina with a couple of goals there. Jamie Mata as well. Alessandro Flienzi got himself sent off. They also played this season, and Valencia, of course, it was action stations on this one. Cucho Hernandez, Angel Rodriguez got a goal for Getafe late on in those games as well. Yunus Musua and Carlos Soler getting an equaliser right at the death in a 2-2 draw. Terry Carriera Ibarra, Damian Suarez got himself sent off for the respective clubs. Getafe, though, failing to win the last 5 matches in La Liga. They've also lost their last 4. Valencia have actually failed to win the last 21 of the last 23 matches on the road. Coming into this, though, just one defeat the past 4 games for Valencia. Their one defeat was against Real Madrid. Meanwhile, of course, Getafe losing 4 on the spin in all competitions. Of course, looking at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Getafe 7-5 for the rookie, 11-5 is Valencia. 21-10 is the, of course, the draw. Of course, Valencia are in 12th. A win for them, they could go 9th. Getafe down in 15th at the moment, but a win for them, they could go 12th, which is where Valencia is. Gone with a 2-1 win there for Valencia on the road. Move the chains, brothers. Move the bloody chains. Next, of course, Celta Vigo up against Real Valladolid. Of course, played to the last 6, 1 win apiece, 4 draws. Last round in Celta Vigo was, in fact, a draw. In fact, the last 3 games between the two sides have all ended up all square. Heading into this, Valladolid failing to win their last 7 matches in La Liga. They come into this just 1 win. In fact, they haven't got 1 win. They've got without a win in at least 6. Whereas Celta Vigo just 1 defeat the past 5 for them, but have only won 1 of those as well. Of course, the rest have been draws. Look at the biggest odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Celta Vigo coming at you. Of course, 65 on for the Richies, 13-5 is draw, 10-3 is the Valladolid. Valladolid coming at you out in, of course, 18th at the moment. That's relegation talk. For them, though, they could go as high as 15th, whereas Celta Vigo are in 11th, and for them, they could go as high as at least 8th in the table. Oh, yes, indeed, brother. 2-0 win for Celta Vigo on this one for me. Cadiz taking, of course, Real Betis. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, played the last 6, 4 wins for Betis, 1 win for Cadiz, 1 draw last round. In, of course, Cadiz was a 2-1 win for Betis. That was in the Spanish Cup back in 2017. However, last time I played in the league in Cadiz was 2-2 draw back in 2009. Oh, yes, and that's in the Segunda Division. Meanwhile, they played each other this season over in Betis was a 1-0 win for, of course, Real Betis. Heading into this, Cadiz, though, conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches. Betis have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 4 on the road. Cadiz failing to win the last 6. Of course, losing 4 out of the past 5. Their only positive was that draw against Barcelona. Meanwhile, back-to-back wins for Betis, beating Villarreal and, of course, beating Getafe. Quick succession. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, taking place on Sunday the 28th. That's the last day of Feb. 14-5 is your Cadiz, 23-10 is the draw, 21-20. That means Betis are your stone cold favourites. They're coming at you at in 7th at the moment. A win for Betis, they could go 6th. Cadiz are down to 14th at the moment, but over them they could go swallow in the table. That's 12th again for you and me. 2-0 win for Betis, 3 points in the bag. Move the chains. Next, of course, Granada up against Elche. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, played to the last 6, 3 for Granada, 1 for Elche, 2 draws last time around. In Granada was a 2-1 win for Granada in the Segundo Division, of course, back in January 2019. Angel Monturo on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. Xavi Torres as well for Elche. Also played to this out in Elche was a 1-0 win for Granada. Luis Suarez, not that one, but the other one on the score sheet, of course, for Granada. Elche failing to win 17 of the last 18 matches in La Liga. Granada conceded at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches as well. They also failed to win the last 6 matches in La Liga. Of course, heading into this, Granada coming at you, of course, 1 win in the past 5 games, of course, in all competitions against Napoli. Of course, in the Europa League. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 6 games for Elche. That was against Eibar, of course, a couple of games back. I look at bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Granada coming at you on the bookies, 20-19 on. They are your favourites, 23-10 is draw. 16-5 is your Elche. Elche coming at you in the relegation zone, but a win for them, they could go as high as 15th. That's Getafe. Of course, Granada in 9th at the moment. A win for them, they could go 8th in the table. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Granada, brothers. 2-0, 2-1 win to take the 3 points and keep on moving on. Next off, Villarreal up against Atletico Madrid. Of course, good evening up against Atletico. Diego Simeone, of course, played to the last 6, 1 for Villarreal, 2 for Madrid, and 3 draws. Of course, last round in Villarreal was in fact a 0-0 draw. They also played each other this season in Madrid. It was also a 0-0 draw. Villarreal drawing 5 of the last 6 matches in La Liga, whereas Atletico undefeated in the last 6 on the road. They come into this though with just 1 win in the past 5 games in all competitions, and that 1 win was against Granada. That's Atletico we're talking about. Meanwhile, 1 win in the past 5 for Villarreal. That was against Salzburg out in the Europa League. Look at the biggest odds on this one, shall we? 9-4 for Villarreal, 11-8 is your Atletico, 21-10 is the draw. Of course, Atletico are top, and they'll be top if they get a draw or more. A loss could open up the floodgates for, of course, Real Madrid have got a fruity game themselves coming right up. Of course, as for their opposition, Villarreal are in 6th at the moment, and with them they could close in on 5th. Gone with a 2-1 for Madrid, but it could go either way. Place your bets wisely. And they're wrapping up. A fruity one is Real Madrid. Here's my boys, Sociedad, of course. Played the last 6, 2 wins for Real Madrid, 3 for Sociedad, 1 draw. Of course, last round in Madrid was, of course, a 7-goal thriller in the Spanish Cup. Of course, back in 2020 last season, I such with a hat-trick of goals. What am I looking at here? What was the scoreline? Was there Brucey bonus time in this one? Did they win 5-4? Something like that? 5-4 on Aggregate. I don't know what it is. But anyway, they won. A 7-goal thriller. Might even been a 9-goal thriller. But of course, they played each other in the last season. in Sociedad was, in fact, scrap all that. Last time around, at the Bernabeu was a 3-1 win for Real Madrid. That was last season. Benzema, Valverde, Modric on the score sheet, William Jose on the score sheet for Sociedad. They played each other this season out in Sociedad. Was a nil draw back in September. Of course, Sociedad winning their last 3 matches in La Liga. Madrid keeping a clean sheet in 5 of the last 7 matches as well. Madrid also undefeated in 27 of the last 30 matches at home. They're coming to this winning 5 on the spin, including my boys against Mönchengladbach, right? They just won. That was who was that? That was Manchester City. What am I thinking about? Of course, heading into this, Sociedad just losing 1 of the past 5. That one defeat was against Manchester United. It was a bit of an embarrassing one as well. Look at the biggest odds on this one then, shout. Of course, 5-4 on for Real Madrid. 3-1 is your draw. 3-1 is also your away win. Of course, Sociedad in 5th, a win for them, because in on 4th. Of course, Real Madrid are 2nd, but mathematically they could go top if they get the win. I think they'll get the win on this one. 2-win at home. No questions asked, but will Madrid slip it up? They could. Of course. So if I'm right, which by the way I hope so, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Atletico Madrid will be 3 points clear of Real Madrid. Sevilla will be 3rd, Barcelona down to 4th. Sociedad in 5th, and Betis go up to 6th. As for the football table, Huesca, Elche and Valladolid going down. Of course, that's my picks. Make sure you get your picks in nice and early. We'll do it all again very, very soon. Until then, though, make sure you check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. And again, if you want to support the channel in another way, you could become the latest member of the Patreon gang. Boys and girls, check out that link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. Until then, though, I'll see you all very, very soon. Mask up, get your picks in. And of course, I'll see you next time.